It's funny how images can become iconic, so much so that we stop remembering the first time we saw them. The Coca-Cola logo, the Batman insignia, the silhouette of Michael Jordan flying. They're all so ingrained on our psyche we never give them a second thought. This is a story about the first time I saw an image so common now you probably see it multiple times a day. But I'm here to tell you, there was a time before. I had a friend in 5th grade, a young man ostracized by most of the other kids at school. He was different, from Israel, and I was his only friend at the time. When kids make friends at that age, they share everything with one another. Humor, dreams, good times and bad, and eventually, fears. One night during a sleepover, he told me of a face that he saw staring back at him from outside his bedroom window. He described an inhuman creature staring at him with enormous black eyes, and around its head a blinking, colorful crown. The next thing he knew, it was morning. He himself dismissed it as a dream, until one night he woke up to find something was in the room with him. Not his little friend from the window, no, a red glowing light on his wall. Only it wasn't just a light. It was watching him. Only not just watching, it was controlling him. He couldn't move. He couldn't speak. He could only watch as the light slowly moved down the wall toward him, coming to rest on his chest. He wanted to scream, to cry for his parents, but all he could do was watch. Years went by, and as childhood friends were common to do back then, we went our separate ways. Then one day at a gas station, I picked up a book, a little paperback about some creepy esoterica no one was taking serious back then. But it was in that book that I recognized my friend's stories, only it wasn't him who was telling it. It seemed all over the world people were having the same experiences. It was so strange that I had to call my friend over to confirm. A couple of weeks later, our schedules met up and he entered my house. Small talk ensued, old friends catching up on lost time, and then I began to ask him about those strange childhood stories. His demeanor changed and he told them back to me exactly as he had when we were kids. That's when I pointed to something on my wall. A drawing I had made of that now iconic image, but then was nothing more than an obscure, laughable conspiracy theory. My friend's eyes laid on the drawing I had made. I watched as those eyes grew wide as saucers, and his dark Israeli complexion turned pale white. The image I pointed to, a gray face with wide black eyes, a long neck, and a small sliver of an opening for a mouth. The image of an alien that we all now take for granted. This has been Stories from the Altar.